Yabbit. It's an exciting day. It's interior day for the Fleetmaster. The lady doing it is Abby's Upholstery in town. Cute little place. She's a little camera shy, but I'll show you where she works out of. This is a nice little boost for the Fleetmaster. This is the back of one of the seats. Man, Abby does a nice job. Check out the back seat. I probably shouldn't have put it in because the car's still dirty. But now that, imagine that with a nice burgundy. And that's gonna be one nice car. Put the bucket in here for a minute. We're a little bit shy, and I don't know whether, like Abby didn't have much to work with. So, but I think this cushion was supposed to come out. So I think I'm gonna make a slit just in the bucket and just tuck it in so that it's nice and tight. And then we'll wrap the dark cloth all the way around. And then on the back here, there's still a rope that hangs down and an ashtray that sticks out. But I think instead of an ashtray, I'll put two plugs for computers or whatever else in there. So that is, she does such nice work. Now, if that doesn't scream class, then I don't know. That's awesome. Nice. Fleetmaster looks fantastic. So I've never actually seen this before, but this is actually a tube that connects right to the output of the transmission, and then the drive shaft goes in here. So there's oil in here, so it's a torque tube. So this is much stronger. This is so that the 80 horse engine doesn't twist the whole frame as it's going, because now you've got a solid torque tube more or less. Keeping the differential in place. But kind of neat that the old car still has an adjustable suspension, so you've got your springs. So this is your shock more or less, and by tightening the screw back here, I think, or backing it off, you're able to put more or less tension on this, so you can get a softer or a stiffer ride. On the other way, the front shocks are exactly the same, so you can tighten and loosen them. And then the one thing I don't like is the master is underneath the floor, and it's only got one cylinder. So one cylinder does both the front brakes and the back brakes. So if you pop a brake line, all your brakes are gone and you've got nothing. That's why all the modern cars, probably the 50s and laters, all had the two cylinders, so that if one line breaks, you still have the other half of the brakes working to slow you down. But then again, this car was never meant to go fast anyway, but here we go. So these are the inner fenders, maybe, for the Stylemaster, and you can see how it's all thin everywhere. But a couple sections are really good, and luckily on the other one, everything else is good except for those pieces. So I was able to make two out of the one there. That's nice and solid. The bottom was all bent, so I had to bend that back. But you'll never see these, but I'll still butt weld them, grind them down. And there's nothing to this, it's just cut it out. Cut out one piece, lay it on top, trace it, cut it out again, butt it up to each other, and then just weld every couple inches, and then go to another spot, and then go to another spot, and then come back again. It's really boring, so that's why it's not on camera. But bodywork isn't really like a how-to, it's more of experience. You gotta get experience, you gotta be able to get a feel for it, so that's why we're doing this. But yeah, we're just about ready to
epoxy these and paint them the right color right away. They're stuck inside the fender, you'll never see it. Still want to do a nice job welding it and get rid of all the rot, but we're not gonna sand it down so it's smooth and whatever. It's not a $100,000 car, so here we go. All the welding's pretty well done, getting there. Starting to look a little more solid anyway, except for this wheel tub. I don't think I can save it. We're gonna make a new one. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but I just kind of lightly scribed the actual shape of the wheel tub. That's the size. I need to make it go bigger. I need to be able to fold the outside edge in so that my bottom can weld to that. I need the outside edge bent the other way so I can weld that back in again. So try to find roughly where center is. That's not bad. I'm breaking my rule of working past 7, otherwise it wouldn't take so long. Here's my half moon. Just copy that twice, and then I can fold the lip over here, and then I can fold the lip over on the other side. And I've got a good, whatever that is, 1.5 there. So 3/4 inch both sides, and we're golden. So basically I've taken it and just put a bend in there on the brake for the one lip, and then marked out kind of roughly where that half moon was, the original one. And I'm just gonna shrink it and kind of bend it like it's on a brake at the same time, and then just work my way around. That's kind of what it looks like, just a little lip on the, all the way around the outside. Now I can fit it in there for size, but you can see the ends here are rounded. So I just made a mark where the curl starts, and then I'll take my stretcher and stretch this corner, and same with this. And I might have to notch it just here or shrink it like crazy, but I don't think I can shrink it a whole lot more. So I'll probably just take the snips and just make a couple cuts and then stretch this, and that'll allow it to turn. Now by bending this first, it keeps this edge straighter because it wants to kind of do its own thing if you're not exactly 100% even with your bend there. So this bend first is very helpful. So here we go. Yeah, see how it's starting to twist? I'll just make a couple cuts in there. See how that fits. So that's basically what you want to see. Like this will be sitting on the other side. Might need a little bit of tweaking here yet, but you can see how it follows the corner. Kind of ends up with just a little bit of a gap, and that's okay. I still got to put that top sheet over top here like that. So maybe a little bit of tweaking here and there yet. I'm gonna make the other side yet identical, and then I have a wheel tub. You can buy these off of Chevys of the 40s. They're like 150 bucks or 180 bucks. But because we're in Canada, plus shipping, brokerage, waiting a few weeks, we're up to like 250, 280. And this took about an hour so far. I got another half hour or so yet. So yeah, here we go. Both have self-tapped into the holes that I drilled out for the spot welds, and then I started putting the tub around the outside. I cut it too big. I could have been a little more precise with that, but I didn't use a tape box for that one. And I should have. So I can cut that back, and then I gotta tuck that, I'm gonna take it out now and fold it nice and tight, and then I know exactly where to put the bend for my lip. So, yeah, and then I've got a wheel tub. I just temporarily welded a brace across to keep my distance right. And then now I can pull this nice and tight as I possibly can. Put a couple self-tappers in there to hold it. Now I can take it to the brake and put a little bend in it, even while it's connected here, and pull it that last tight little bit. Here we go. I trimmed the fat by just scribing the sides of it and then just going inside about a 1/4 inch. And now my set screws will help me find the exact spot that it was sitting in. And then I can spot weld it together and put just a little bit of seam sealer on the outside. sand that down, prime it, and it's good as new. I self-tapped the backing spot. It's where the original holes were. Make sure that everything fit pretty nice. And I got a little bit of a gap right here. I cut it too short, not a big deal. I'll weld a little piece in there. I got a little bit short there, but I can fill that in with the welder, no problem. And so I'm gonna take it back out again, spot weld it, and then seam seal it and pop it in, and good as new. The one from Chevys of the 40s said that it needed some modification to make it fit too, so this is just like NOS, see? It says Chev right on it. Look at that. The Fleetmaster's coming along really nice. Just a few more welds. I got about half a day welding left to do, and one door needs a little bit of work, but one little spot on a fender, and this one's ready for primer. So getting really excited about this. The only thing I didn't like was I was told the car was complete, but there is little pieces missing here and there, including a door handle, a little bit of chrome. And so that you get that far, and yeah, you're missing a door handle on the inside to pull the door closed. Kind of a big deal. So I was coming home from the John Deere build. I saw a Fleet line sitting by the side of the road, and he told me it was a Fleet line. I didn't even know there was a difference. But I guess the Fleet line is one more trim level up yet. So this is the newest addition to the yard. And this one supposedly is complete too, but I know that there's pieces missing off of it. The only thing is the door handle and a couple of pieces of chrome I know are there. This engine is running, and this has the extra chrome on the sides here. And it came with near mint splash guards for the rear fenders. The rear fender, I still had to do, I fixed the one fender on the driver's side. I still needed to get on the passenger side with a fuel tank, and that fender is in almost perfect shape. So two of the tires are actually really good too, so I think I'm gonna try and match two other tires with it. And then this one should pay for itself pretty quick. But the chrome for the dash was in much better shape, and the heater core, my heater core did not pass. It needed to be recored. So this heater core was actually in really good shape. So just for that, I was able to pay for it. But to top it off, though, he has two spotlights, the handles that come through the chrome spotlights that go here, and he threw those in with it too. So basically, we've had 3 cars put into one now with a lot of double and triple of parts. So we're gonna start selling parts on eBay, including Dodge parts and whatever else projects we're working on. The extras that are still good, we're gonna sell them. And anybody who supports us on Patreon will definitely get a discount on any of the parts. So it's worth your while to head over there and help us help you. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. When I'm done with this one, I like the patina on it. I'm gonna put all the rusted bumpers and the rusted grill and everything back on it, and we're gonna put it kind of in front of the tree there, so as you're coming in, it's got a nice old car. I got a plow there now, and then eventually maybe an old gas pump or something like that, but I don't know if my wife will approve, but that's what we're gonna do anyway. So yeah, here we go. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because you never know what you're going to see next week on DeBoss Garage. If you like what you see, there's a lot of stuff happening to help support the channel. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich.